Hi, it's Sam Musa here from REMAX. Real estate agents spend a lot of time in their car driving around the community.
And did they buy the house?
They did buy that.
They bought that house?
They did
okay.
buy.
In this series, I'll be talking all things real estate with many special guests. Let's go for a ride.
How do we do that without
Without what?
without Hazel in the car?
I'll sit back there.
Okay.
Oh, you're
Alright,
like, here,
yeah,
Betty. It's Hazel. What are some pros and cons of renting versus buying?
Pros and cons of renting versus buying. So when you're buying, a lot of people get worried about, oh, how much I'm going to pay for the house. You know, is the value going to go up? Buy the house, hold. It's the Warren Buffett rule. Buy, hold, and I'm telling you, it's the only way to go. Renting, if you need to rent for a certain time, you know, that's what the renting is for. But if you're, you know, in a position where you're able to purchase is the only way to go, in my mind. Even with the interest rates being so high, you know, this is probably as high as the millennials have seen the interest rates, but personally I've seen interest rates at 10%. My parents seen the interest rates at 22%. So, you know, buy versus rent over and over and over. And I absolutely would buy versus renting if you're able to.
And people coming from outside of the country can only rent now because there's new legislation about that, correct?
That is correct. There are some new rules that have just come out where a person that's working and they have a job and you're working for so many days, there's more to it than just this, but there's a few other rules that apply to this rule, but you're able to buy within a certain time frame.
How could a person ensure that they're making a sound investment when they're buying a home?
Very good question. So when you are going to purchase a property, you got to make sure that you're using the right tools, the right people that are going to, you know, inspect the property. I have a very good indication when I'm working with clients. If there's a problem in the house, we're not going to waste money on an inspection. Even if the clients like it, I will show them any problems. I'm not an inspector, but I've been around and seen so much that I can pick out major problems. But having a property inspected properly, having a good team around you that's going to take care of your needs in terms of inspection, in terms of, you know, the right mortgage people, in terms of, you know, knowing what's around the area, you know, making sure that the soils in the area are good. A lot of things that people don't realize in different parts of the city. You got to be careful where you're buying.
What's your number one piece of advice for a millennial who sees the news and all they hear is high interest rates and it's scary out there to try and buy a house? What do you say?
Don't listen to the news. I say it all the time. Don't listen to the news. Put a plan in place. Get the right people that are going to work around you, that you have the right people that are going to make a very good sound decision, help you in the process of going from, you know, having an investment strategy to create, you know, your down payment, to getting into your first time home, and then going through that process. But it's the people that are around you that are going to help you get where you want to go. I can't emphasize that as much as I want to say it over and over. You got to use the right people.
We'll leave your questions in the comments and we'll put them in a future episode.
It's a good life at Sam Musa Realty.